Brad Cornett from Odessa, Texas, on the mound, warming up to pitch to the Cleveland Indians in the second inning. Here's the scouting report on Brad for Dodge Trucks, reinventing the truck.
Well, Brad Cornett is one of the legitimate starting prospects from the minor league system. 21 starts at Hagerstown last year. In '94, between Knoxville and Syracuse, he combined to make 10 starts. You know, a lot of their better arms aren't necessarily starters, and Cornett is probably a little ahead of schedule coming to the big leagues, but because of the ineffective bullpen and now the injury to Leiter, they've had to press him into action. He's a non-drafted free agent. Interesting how good arms like this can be overlooked in the draft.
Well, he's up against a living legend right now, and Eddie Murray is at the plate. A great career, and he's now in the top 20 or 30 in just about every category offensively and games played. And he catches a Hall of Famer just about every night with another accomplishment. He just had 12 RBIs in a 10-game road trip. And he pulls the ball to right field and into the seats, foul. So he's still making a big contribution.
Isn't it funny how Eddie Murray is not a problem here in Cleveland this year? Last year the Mets were terrible, and Murray was the reason. He was a problem in the locker room. Talked about him being malcontent, stirring up the rest of the players. Over here in Cleveland, you don't hear a word about Eddie Murray other than what he does on the field.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Cornett to Eddie Murray. Lost one away, full count. Here's Cornett's 3-2 to Murray. In hard, into the wind in right center, and Devon White steals one. He's done it again. Just when it looked like Eddie Murray would catch Mel Ott in career hits, Devon White raced over and stole it from him.
And that's not an accident. He was out here during batting practice working hard to find out the nuances of this ballpark. Look at the effort by White. Well over into the gap in right center to steal extra bases away from Eddie Murray.
We've seen Devon White do just about everything in the field in the last few years, and Cito Gaston liked what happened yesterday because he really feels that Devon White is a multifaceted ball player, and I think this season is really showing that. Here's a 1-strike pitch to Paul Sorrento.
Excuse me, Jim. It's going to be a tremendous boost for Brad Cornett to stand on the mound and give up line drives like that, turn around and watch Devon White chase him down.
Well, I'll just put another one in play then if they're going to make catches like that. Ball and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Sorrento. Here's his 1-2 pitch to Sorrento. Ground ball, hard hit at Roberto Alomar, blocked it and threw it to first, 2 away. That's pretty much what Brad Cornett did through his 5 innings in Chicago. Just let his defense look after the ball.
You know, it could be a real good omen for Brad Cornett to come out and be able to be supported by good defensive plays behind him. Maybe it'll have a lasting impression on him, and he'll continue to do that as a starter.
One of the things you notice about his record as you look through it from recent years, including this year in Knoxville, is the few number of walks he gives up. Just 6 walks this year at Double-A. Here's the player of the week. Manny Ramirez, the right fielder. And there's a strike. 1-1. Ramirez just hit .452 on Cleveland's road trip. 1 ball, 1 strike from Cornett. There's a strike, 1 and 2. his season looked like it would be similar to Carlos Delgado's. He'd gone for a month hitting .200 and looked overmatched. Then all of a sudden he caught fire and he's the player of the week. He just caught a slow breaking ball there from Brad Cornett and couldn't catch up with it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning in the second for the 25-year-old right-hander. This game is looking for its first run into the third in Cleveland.